it's Jess from 10 here, and welcome back to another video. And today, I am going to be doing Molly's official introduction story. And so, of course, you have seen her on my channel before, and if you haven't, then I'll be putting a picture of Molly up on the screen somewhere. I know I've had her for a long time, and when I did get her, I didn't actually have a YouTube channel then, so I couldn't make her welcome and all that stuff. So now I've just decided to just make it a bit more official. Molly is my winter white Russian dwarf hamster. She is about almost 2 years old, so about a year and 11 months almost. So she'll be turning 2 around I think the 25th of November. So that's just what I calculated it back to. When I got her in January of 2014, I kind of calculated back to when she was born because they told us that she was about 6 weeks old. So I calculated back, and it turns out she was born around the 25th of November 2013. So her story isn't really that interesting, I'll be honest. But I remember it like as if it was yesterday. I got her from a pet shop, one of the, probably like the only pet shop I know nearby. So we went there. It's basically the only place where you can get like pets and all that stuff. So that's the only place, that's where I get Molly's food, Molly's bedding, her toys. I have gotten a few toys on like Amazon and when I've gone on holiday to other places that have bigger chain pet stores. So this pet store, it isn't actually a pet store, but it is like a garden center. So there's like garden stuff as well as animals. So there's like a whole section of the store dedicated to animals, and so we went there. We had everything ready. Well, actually, never mind. We had nothing ready. So we just decided. I had spent like the past 4 or 5 months doing research, and so we went off to the store to go and get her. And so we arrived, and like I'm telling you, I know a lot of like YouTubers talk about how their pet shops and everything aren't like the greatest, and they keep these hamsters in like these sometimes like these small cages or overcrowded cages or blah blah blah. So, but I've never really experienced that. My pet store that I go to, they have the tanks for the average size of a tank. Let me just step back a little bit to frame. So they're about this big. So if they're dwarfs, there'll probably be about 4 or 5 dwarfs. For example, there would be winter white dwarfs. I've never seen Campbell's dwarfs there, but there would be winter white dwarfs, either male or female, depending what time it is, like of the month, not of the month, of the year, kind of stuff like that. So there's for 4 or 5 winter white dwarfs. Then there's another cage about the same size, which has Rubberovskis in it. I've never really seen like how many, because the dwarfs are, because for some reason the Rubberovskis are always asleep. So I've never actually seen one there, but they are there. They're just like sleeping. So, and then there's another one with like, that's about, again, the same size, that has probably about 2 or 3 Syrians, but usually they're supposed to be solitary, but it's fine for them because they keep the Syrians probably about like 5 or 6 weeks old, and then they probably separate them. But yeah, I'm really impressed with this pet store, honestly. Okay, so they have birds, rabbits, guinea pigs, hamsters, turtles, like larger birds. I have seen like, I think lizards there before, and fish. So that's all of the animals they have. I always go straight to take there's like a climated zone where they control the temperature inside this room, which is where all of those cages and all of the hamster and the birds and the bunnies are, and the guinea pigs. The guinea pigs and bunnies are in the same cages though, but I don't really know too much about bunnies and guinea pigs, so I'm not sure if you can or not. I'm guessing you usually can't for like long term, but I'm guessing it's just until they can get a home. So yeah, when we arrived, we went to the I'm just gonna sit here until it gets back to me. Okay, yes, I've got it. So we arrived and I went straight to the animal section to go take a look at the hamsters. So we asked one of the employees, hey, we would like to get a hamster, can we take a look? So he brought us over to the dwarf hamster cage. They lifted the lid and none of them were there. They're all hiding under this plank. Oh, there's like this plank of wood. This kind of looks like a little like ledge, but it's not very high. It's just like a little tiny bit. And under it is where usually a lot of the hamsters go and sleep. Every single time that I go there to go take a look, just to go and get some stuff for Molly, I always see absolutely none of them. They're always under there, but sometimes if I like look really closely, I can see like the little noses kind of like sticking out while they're sleeping. So yeah, he lifted the lid and all of the hamsters, except for 2 of them, laid down on their backs and started squealing. They're just like, eh. So as soon as the thing was lifted, they started freaking out. They all like started falling over each other and like going, oh my gosh, what's going on here? So it was kind of funny, but it was just like, I had not expected that at all. Except for 2 of them. 2 of them, there was one winter white pearl and one agouti. So they were just kind of more calm. They hadn't freaked out. They were just kind of like walking around. So we asked to pick up the agouti one. So we picked her up. It was all females. So we picked her up and we just kind of had a look at her. Then we put her back down. Then we picked up the pearl, and I decided that is the one. I'm going to take the pearl. So, and that pearl, winter white, is now in another room, and she is Molly. Yes. So she's now almost 2, as I said at the beginning, and so we got all of her stuff. I didn't buy the cage yet, so we got the hamster, put her in the box. They have like these little boxes to take them home, which probably isn't like every other pet store. So then we bought the cage, and the funny thing, well, not so funny. Well, so there were 2 cage options that we were looking at. I really loved this really big red barred cage, and I was just like, oh my gosh, it's so big, I'm just gonna love it, and blah blah blah. And then we pointed out to this other one. It was slightly smaller, and I was just like, oh, I don't want to get it because it's smaller and blah blah, but it's cheaper and blah blah. And so we were just kind of like trying to decide between the both. And one of my parents was going for the smaller one, the other one was going for the bigger one, and we were just like unsure. And I got persuaded to take the smaller one. Well done, me. Yeah. Well, it wasn't small, obviously. It was like big. Well, the other one was bigger, just say that. So I took the smaller one, and then we went off home. Molly was still in her box, and I prepared the cage and everything. And so I put her inside, and I was like super excited because I had never had a pet before this. I had like some fish, but we had a feeder, so we basically were just like there, and you can't like pet or cuddle a fish. So I still love them though. My first one lived for about 2 years. The other one lived for like 3 years, which is a lot for a goldfish. So anyway, back to the subject. And so Molly, I was just like really happy, and that's basically Molly's story. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!